Willie Nelson isn't just a country singer. At 92, he is a living embodiment of American music. A storyteller whose life spans nearly a century of change, hardship, and triumph. From humble beginnings in Texas to the bright lights of fame, Willie has always done things on his own terms. Recently, he has shared his thoughts about the one day everyone must face, his funeral. True to form, Willie's vision is honest, direct, and deeply reflective, revealing not just how he wants to be remembered, but also who he doesn't want present when that day arrives. Early life in Abbott, Texas. Willie Nelson was born on April 29, 1933 in Abbott, Texas. Though a paperwork mix-up at the hospital has caused confusion over whether he was born before or after midnight. Instead of worrying, he celebrated with a 2-day birthday each year. Willie grew up in a family struggling during the Great Depression. His parents, teenagers at the time, faced constant financial strain. Long, grueling days picking cotton were the family fallback. From the beginning, Willie understood the hardships of farm life and recognized early that music could provide a path beyond these harsh realities. Childhood heartbreak and family shifts. Heartbreak came early for Willie. His parents divorced when he was an infant, and his mother soon left entirely. His father remarried, but Willie and his sister Bobby were sent to live with their paternal grandparents. Though painful, this separation ultimately became a defining moment. His grandparents nurtured his creativity, encouraged him to sing in church, and supported his burgeoning love for music. They provided him with his first guitar and the sheet music to teach himself. These early experiences shaped Willie's resilience and independence, showing him that even loss could be transformed into inspiration and purpose. First steps on stage. Willie's first memory of performing came around age 5 or 6. Standing on stage in a sailor suit with red trim, he recited a poem. Nervousness led to an accidental nosebleed, ruining his outfit. But the experience was unforgettable. This early brush with the stage hinted at the path his life would follow. Around the same time, his grandfather bought him his first guitar. The stage, music, and the lessons of perseverance became intertwined. Even as a child, Willie was learning that creativity could coexist with imperfection, and that those imperfections often made the story more memorable and authentic. Early loss and resilience. Tragedy struck again when Willie's grandfather fell ill with pneumonia and died within a week. Willie was only 6, facing death for the first time. Despite this, he clung to the guitar his grandfather had given him, a gift that would anchor his life. His grandmother continued to provide guidance, keeping him rooted in the Methodist Church and fostering his love of music. When she passed away while he was still a teenager, Willie faced another deep loss. By then, he had already begun a career as a working musician, showing that even in grief, he could channel his experiences into purpose and creativity. Early songwriting and passion for music. Willie began writing songs at just 7 years old. His first tune was inspired by the small disappointments of childhood, such as losing a gold star his grandmother awarded for practicing music. Even before he knew heartbreak and love, Willie wrote about loss, expressing emotions through melody and lyrics. By age 9, he was performing professionally in a local PA band. His grandmother worried about the drinking and late nights of these gigs, but recognized that music had hooked him early and was unlikely to let go. His life was already shaping into a blend of passion, discipline, and creative exploration. Teenage years and diverse work. High school for Willie was far from ordinary. He played football, basketball, and baseball, helped with farm work, and took on odd jobs wherever he could. Before fame, he worked as a phone operator, tree trimmer, pawn shop clerk, nightclub bouncer, saddle maker, and dishwasher. This restless curiosity fueled his growth and gave him practical life lessons that would later influence his music. By engaging with many worlds, Willie learned grit, resilience, and perspective. He developed an understanding that music alone wasn't enough. It needed to be grounded in experience and hard work to carry authenticity. Military service and drift. In 1950, Willie enlisted in the U.S. Air Force. His service was brief, ending with an honorable discharge due to ongoing back problems. With little money and no plan, he drifted, eventually deciding to reunite with his mother in Portland, Oregon. Traveling without resources, he hitchhiked and slept in a ditch before a kind truck driver helped him secure a bus ticket. These moments of vulnerability and dependence on strangers' generosity shaped Willie's worldview. Life had taught him self-reliance, patience, and the importance of human connection, lessons that would continue to inform both his music and his philosophy on life. Rising through music. Willie's career took shape slowly but surely. His unique voice, storytelling ability, and commitment to authenticity set him apart. Over decades, he released hundreds of albums, won multiple Grammy Awards, and earned a permanent place in the Country Music Hall of Fame. Even at 92, he continues to tour, perform, and demonstrate that passion for music has no age limit. Willie's approach has always emphasized lived experience over polish, substance over spectacle. He remains committed to honesty and humility, traits that have endeared him to fans and ensured his lasting influence in country music and beyond. Reflections on mortality. Recently, Willie has spoken candidly about his funeral. True to his character, he's been honest, reflective, and surprisingly direct. He has even identified people he does not wish to attend. This is not driven by bitterness, but by a clear sense of personal values. For Willie, a funeral should be intimate, calm, and meaningful, rather than a spectacle. His choices reflect a lifetime of prioritizing authenticity over appearances and genuine connection over fame. By sharing these wishes, Willie offers a glimpse into the principles that have guided him: clarity, respect, and honesty above all else. Who will and won't be there? Among those Willie does not wish to attend are G. Brooks, Kid Rock, Jane Fonda, and Ted Turner. These decisions aren't about grudges. Willie respects talent, passion, and success, but he values grit, personal connection, and alignment of values over image or performance. Brooks represents polished, mainstream country music, which Willie feels lacks lived experience. Kid Rock's loud personality doesn't fit the reflective tone he envisions. Jane Fonda represents worlds and politics that never aligned with him. And Turner's larger-than-life presence conflicts with Willie's small-town sensibility. His choices are guided by meaning, not drama. Staying true to himself. Even when planning his final farewell, Willie remains principled and unapologetically himself. His funeral wishes reflect the life he has led: authentic, unpretentious, and centered on substance rather than spectacle. By setting these boundaries, he honors the people, music, and experiences that truly shaped him. Willie's perspective on death mirrors his approach to life: live boldly, honestly, and on your own terms. He demonstrates that fame, awards, and accolades are secondary to personal values and meaningful connections. In essence, his final wishes are a testament to a life fully lived, measured not by status but by authenticity, legacy, and impact. Willie Nelson's story is a masterclass in resilience, creativity, and integrity. From cotton fields in Texas to the global stage, he has remained true to his roots while inspiring generations of musicians and fans. His experiences with loss, work, and perseverance inform his music and worldview. By continuing to perform and live with passion, even into his 90s, Willie proves that authenticity has no expiration date. His reflections on his funeral further illuminate his philosophy. Life and death should be lived fully, honestly, and with clarity about what matters most. Conclusion: a life lived wide open. Willie Nelson has spent over 90 years shaping a life defined by music, integrity, and independence. His honesty, humor, and refusal to conform have left an indelible mark on country music and American culture. From childhood hardships to global acclaim, Willie has navigated life with a unique blend of humility and defiance. His funeral wishes, like his career, reflect substance over spectacle, connection over performance. Even at the end, Willie remains unapologetically himself, a man who has lived wide open, followed his passions, and prioritized authenticity above all else. His story is a reminder that a life well lived is measured by values, not accolades.